Today we are discussing about the sorting techniques. The sorting means arrangement of the data elements in a particular order. Here the order may be either ascending order or descending order. Here we know one more issue, why we are going to be sort the data elements. We should sort the data elements for effective searching or ease of accessing in a huge volumes of the data. Suppose without sorting the data, we keep all the data items as a group, it is very difficult to search for the particular item. Hence, we are using the sorting techniques. There are several sorting techniques such as merge sort, heap sort, quick sort, bubble sort, radix sort, index sort, and several techniques are there. Why? All these techniques, because the sorting means simply the arrangement. Any one of the technique is sufficient to arrange the data. Why all these techniques means these techniques are differ in their procedure to sort or to arrange the data elements. And one more issue is the main issue is their efficiencies are different. So what do you mean by the efficiency here? Sorting technique efficiency. What do you mean by sorting technique efficiency? So we know that the computer resources are majorly two components. One is the processor time and another one is the memory. So we are using any one of the sorting technique over the data. You should sort the data within the less amount of the time and by consuming the very less volume of the memory. Such a sorting technique is known as a effective sorting technique. So to calculate the efficiency of the sorting techniques or efficiency of any programming, we are using the two parameters. One is the time complexity, another one is the space complexity. The time complexity represents how much processor time is consumed by the program or sorting technique here to execute successfully. Or we can define in another way, how much processor time is consumed by the program for effectively completing the task. So that is the time complexity. The space complexity means when the program is executing, that means when the program is in processing, how much memory space, system's memory space is consumed. Here the system's memory space means we can consider it as a RAM space. So how much memory it will be taking for its execution. This is known as the space complexity. These two parameters are very, very important for any programming to calculate its efficiency. Here one more issue we should consider. These sorting techniques are broadly classified into the two categories. One is the internal sorting and another one is the external sorting. What do you mean by the internal sorting? Here, some of the techniques are considered as the internal sorting. It means that these techniques are applicable on the data which is available within the system's internal memory. What do you mean by the system's internal memory? Default system's internal memory is a random access memory, RAM. So some of the techniques are applicable when the data is available within the random access memory. So the second category is the external sorting, because we know that the capacity of the RAM is very less, then we can accommodate only a small volume of the data within the RAM. Hence, when the huge volumes of data to be processed or to be sorted, so the internal sorting techniques are failed. Hence, some of the sorting techniques which are able to sort the data, even the data is stored on the external storage device. Here the external storage device is considered as a hard disk. Hence, we can categorize simply the sorting techniques are two categories. One is the internal sorting and another one is the external sorting.
Good morning. Today we are discussing about the merge sort algorithm. The merge sort algorithm is a very simple sorting technique algorithm. It will follow the divide and conquer mechanism. What do you mean by the divide and conquer mechanism? we know that means when we are unable to solve a big problem, we can divide the problem into the number of subproblems, and we can solve each and every subproblem. We get the solution, and finally by integrating all these solutions, we are getting the solution to the big problem. So first division means we are going to be subdivide a big problem into the smaller chunks or parts. Conquer means again we are going to be combine the solutions which are getting from for the smaller problems. By combining all the solutions, we are getting the solution to the main problem or the big problem. So here I am going to be explain point by point what is the procedure that the merge sort will follow. First we are going to be consider the data. Here I am going to be consider the data. Let us look at. So there are the 9 elements. We find the middle point of this data. I am going to be consider that all the data is stored in an array, or here I am going to be call it as a list. So middle point of the list, actually there are the 9 data elements. So 4.5 it is not possible. So we are going to be consider the lower limit. That means the 4 data elements 14, 13, 33 and 27 in one list, and the remaining 5 elements in the another list. That is the main list or the main array, which consisting of the data elements are divided into the 2 sublists. Here we can repeat the step 1 until each and every data element consisting a single each and every list consisting a single data element, right? That means again we are going to be subdividing the list L1, the 4 elements, again into 2 sublists, each sublist consisting of 2 elements, and again we are going to be consider the sublist where each element consisting of the 1 element. In the below example I will explain clearly, right, with a neat drawing. And then whenever each and every list consisting of the one and only one element, then we are going to be try to merge the elements according to a ascending order procedure or descending order procedure. Here let us consider, I am going to be consider these 9 elements 14, 13, 33, 27, 10, 35, 19, 42 and 44. So at first step I am going to be explain the list is divided into the 2 sublists. This is a L1, the first 4 elements, the remaining all the elements in the list L2. We say that we can apply the procedure again and again. Let us clearly consider that view that the list L1 is again subdivided into the 2 sublists, 14 and 13 in one sublist and 33 and 27 in another sublist. In the same way, the list L2 again subdivided into the 2 sublists, 13, 35, because there are the 5 elements. The middle point is 2, 13, 35 in one sublist and 19, 42, 44 in another sublist. Again I am dividing and I am dividing that the first sublist, it is again considering the one element in the sublist sublist L1, that is a 14, the only one element in sublist on the sublist 13, one element in 33, one element in 22, here 10 and 35. Here we are going to observe that by dividing the list into the 2 sublists, 19 in one sublist, 42 and 44. Because this sublist consisting again and 2 elements, we are going to be divided it into the another sublist, each and every sublist consisting of only one element. So at this level we can observe that each and every sublist consisting only at this level we can observe that each and every list consisting of only one element. List 1 14, list 2 13, list 3 33, list 4 27, list 5 list 5 10, next list 35, next list 19, next list 42 and next list 44. Now we try to be combine these sublists for L1 and L2. right? So 13 and 14, I try to be merged in an ascending order. So 13 is first and 14 is second. And 33 and 27, 27 is first and 33 is next. In the same way, I try to merge the two adjacent sublists 10 and 35. 10 is first and 33 is next. And the 19 is only there here. Okay. And then this sublist 42 and 44. 42 is first and 43 is next. And again, the above two sublists again is merged 13, 14, 27 and 33. Let us observe clearly. So I am going to be merge these two sublists L1 and L2. I am going to the one more sublist, that is L1. Here 30 and 35 is merged with the next sublist, adjacent sublist, then pakkana una sublist with 19, 10, 19, 35. And this is. And again I am going to be merging the two sublists. I am going to be getting this sublist. I am merging two sublists. I am getting this one. By merging all the remaining the above sublists, I am getting the finally sorted list. Here observe carefully, my dear friends, the above step. The sublist consisting of actually one sublist consisting of 7 elements and another sublist consisting of only 2 elements. It is nothing to a problem about the number of elements in a sublist, but how we are going to be merged is important. So once again, please observe carefully. This is divided into the list wise, one by one element. In here at the top, I am going to be divided into the only 2 sublists, and then these sublists are divided into the 4, and each and every element is divided, that is 8 sublists, and finally there are 9 sublists because 9 elements are there. And again I am, after dividing each and every list consisting of one element, I try to be merge. This is the procedure. Now we are going to be observe the merge sort algorithm. Again here the algorithm has the 2 procedures or 2 parts. One for the dividing the list into the sublists, and another one is the combining the elements into a main list. So here we are going to be consider the first part of the algorithm, merge sort. Here I am going to write the algorithm for easy manner in our English like words. Merge sort. If n equal to 1, return A. And what I am going to supply? Array. I am going to be supply the A as the array. That is the main list. The total 9 elements consisting of the list I am going to be supply to this merge sort algorithm. Suppose n equal to 1. What actually n represents? The n represents the total number of elements within the list. Suppose only one element is there, it will return. Where it will return? To the merge algorithm. We will look below the merge algorithm. Else otherwise I am consider the variable L1 as an array. A0 to index is 0 to n by 2, because n is the total number of elements from 0, that means first element to the middle element is considered as the one list, and n by 2 plus 1, right, from middle element to the last element is considered as the another list. So again we are going to be sending this one as the merge sort and merge sort, and here I am going to be merge, right, here I am going to be merge. Let us consider A and B, A and B are the arrays, C is another array, right. L1 and L2 are sending to the from up to this one. Suppose while A and B are has the elements, the first element in A with the first element in B is compared. Here A greater than 0, then this is the less element. So what we are going to do? The less element is added to the final list. The final list is C. Let us consider. So add B0 to the end of the C. Otherwise means A is big. So add A0 to the end of C. So we are going to be call this merge. We can perform the adding. This is merging. While A has the elements. Why A has the elements? Let us observe that the list A has more number of elements. Suppose in any one of the lists, some of the elements are remaining. then we can add all the remaining elements to the final list or resultant list C. In the same way, suppose in the list B or list L2, the sum of the elements are remaining, we can add all these elements to the final resultant list C. So this is the end of the merge algorithm. Dear friends, please observe clearly. So again, once the merge, so after list L1 has the A0 to an by 2, that means middle half of the elements. I am again called the merge sort L1. Again, this is the recursive algorithm. Again, merge sort is considered. The L1 is again divided into that means this list is again divided into the two parts. Please observe carefully. Suppose the first list is this is the divided into the L1 and L2. Again, I am going to be called the merge sort. The L1 is again divided into the again two sublists. So by using the recursive merge sort algorithm, I am completing the sorting procedure. So I am show the entire algorithm. The first one is the merge sort algorithm. The second one is the merge algorithm step by step. So here instead of L1 and L2, I am going to be consider A, B and C. A means list L1, B means list L2, C means new list. Thank you.